On Tuesday, the 17th of June, an aid worker who helped an elderly woman who was 81 years old, who I'll refer to as Jane Doe, as her name has not been released to the public yet, arrived at Jane Doe's house in an effort to help the 81-year-old who lived alone with some light household tasks as well as some laundry. But when this aid worker knocked on the door, an unknown woman answered. Now, this aid worker was suspicious, and she immediately inquired, "Where is Jane?" And the woman, who was younger and acting a little bit odd, replied, No, she's resting. She's feeling a little bit ill, she's resting. Here's some washing, go do the washing wherever you do it and come back later. And the aid worker was suspicious, but she left. And thank goodness she left, because I believe that if she had tried to enter that house, her life would have been in mortal danger. And what she did is that she called the police. And this is just another thing. If you think something is suspicious, make a call to the police and ask them just to do a welfare check. And that's what happened. Police came around the house and they knocked on the front door and no one was answering. So they went round back and they found the back door ajar. Police entered the house, calling the elderly woman's name, but what they would find in the bedroom was blood. The type and amount of blood that when you see it, you know that something terrible is happening. We are talking about the amount of blood that humans are not supposed to lose. And when they opened the bathroom door, they would find the body of the elderly woman, 81-year-old Jane Doe, submerged in the bathtub. It had been filled up with water, and the water was red with her blood. Now, Jane Doe had been killed. She had been killed with a pitchfork. This sounds like some sort of horror movie, but it is not. This is reality. This is reality. This 81-year-old woman from Pretoria was killed with a pitchfork. And if that wasn't bad enough, she had been strangled as well. And then she had been left in her bathtub for how many days? While two hooligans ransacked her house, stripped all her jewelry, all her possessions. Now, police would immediately launch a manhunt. You see, they had the description of the woman from the aid worker, and they immediately started searching around Pretoria Moot for these people. And they apprehended them later that night, 9:30. They were just a street over. And they had in their possession the Jane Doe's jewelry in their possession. They were on their way to sell off her things. I don't know if they were into substances or something, but they were off on their way to sell her stuff. And it's a couple that did this, a man and a woman. Now, their names have been released and they appeared in court on Friday. And their names are Jade Lee Natasha Smith and Lucas Mnonwa. And I must say that they are innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. But where have we come as a society where elderly women are killed with pitchforks, and left in their bathtubs to decay? Now, if you're sensitive, don't listen, but we don't know how long she was there, but what happens is when you are left in water and you start decomposing, your skin peels right off, it slips right off like a layer. And these people, they're not only destroying lives, they are destroying people's bodies. They are desecrating people's bodies by leaving them in situations like this. And how are the families supposed to say goodbye? How are they supposed to say goodbye to their loved ones whose lives have been robbed, whose bodies have been destroyed? This is absolutely horrific what is happening. Now, so I said it in a previous video, and I'll say it again. A lot of people have been asking me about World War III. And World War III is here. It's been here a long time in South Africa. And currently there is World War III happening against our women and our children. I must do some investigation, but I honestly do think I will confirm it when I do some research. But in my opinion, I think that the current death rates of women and children are probably equivalent of those in a war zone that is currently occurring in our country. Now, I will be giving updates on this case. If you don't follow me, please follow me and leave me a like. And let's just think about Jane Doe's family, who have to reconcile with what has occurred.